Everyone. I am Miss Afia the Diva. It has been a minute. I have been on vacation and I have enjoyed myself and I've had a good time. I'm caught up on all my shows, but I need to go back and rewatch things like Empire, and I'm still getting caught up on Scandal. And I still haven't finished watching the season of Being Mary Jane. I don't even know what's going on there. But anyways, I wanted to get into another rant. I think I'm going to change the name of my rants from um, and in more Are They Serious Right Now news to a Diva Disturbed, because things in the headlines and things that I hear on the street disturb me. So we're just going to go with a Diva Disturbed. So let me know if you like the name. Let's just get into it because it's been a while. I know a lot of stuff has been happening, from Creflo Dollar and his $65 million debt to Suge Knight having an all-out meltdown. He's like, oh, Jesus, how much I got to pay to get out of jail? $25 million. Oh, Jesus. You got the money, dude. Uh, Copyright infringement lawsuits apparently are going to be on the rise. Creativity will now be stifled. I just my friends and I have had a conversation about the new black. But let's first of all, let's talk about Dolce and Gabbana real quick. Personally, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Apparently, there is a battle of the queens. Sir Elton John did not appreciate that one of the members of the fashion team decided to say that why can't I even say it? But anyways, people who essentially have children created out of test tubes, he's not down with it. He's also not down with, which is interesting because I believe they are gay. He also says that he is not down with gay parents raising their kids. So Sir Elton John got all up in his feelings and called for a boycott of Dolce and Gabbana. He said he will never wear Dolce and Gabbana. And I'm just like, who cares? I'm already boycotting because I can't afford the pieces. But hey, Dolce and Gabbana, if y'all want to donate to a diva, I will gladly take whatever pieces, because girlfriend is losing a lot of weight here. But I just want to say this, the whole gay marriage, gay parents raising children, everyone has their own opinion on the matter. Me personally, I think it's great if you want to adopt a child, raise a child, whether it's same sex, single, whatever, because children need a loving home. As long as they're not being abused or whatever, it's all cool. However the children get here, that's how they were supposed to get here. I mean, I don't know what's going on with it, but I always thought that was fascinating because, like, Sir Elton John got really mad, and I was like, y'all should just stick to being creative sometimes, because this is just too much for me. Minister Creflo Dollar of World Changers Ministries, or First of all, your last name is Dollar. Your ministry is World Changers. You all about them coins. Oh, poor you. Your private jet is falling apart after being in flight 30 some years. And you want everyone to donate $300 in your membership towards you and your family getting another $65 million jet, so that you can fly around the world and spread the word of Jesus Christ. Spread the word of the gospel. That is awesome and amazing, Creflo. However, the audacity of you to put it on a GoFundMe page. GoFundMe is for, like, people who have health issues, nonprofits. I mean, it can be used for anything. Like, honestly, to be honest, people, I've been thinking about putting up one to see if someone would donate $200,000 to my student loans. I'm just saying, I have no shame. I'm tired of being in debt. I hate being stressed. It's like indentured servitude. The United States pays for you to get a degree, and then they tell you better pay us back. We don't care. Even if you you will pay until you die, because that's about how long it's going to take for me to pay that stuff off. But either way, back to the subject. Creflo Dollar. Child, let me tell you something. First of all, you need to get in touch with Dave Ramsey and Susie Orman and what's the lovely young lady, Patrice Washington. You need to talk to them about financial responsibility because, honey, it's probably cheaper for you to just charter flights. Or you can also do a co-op where you and maybe a couple of other ministers can go in and actually buy into owning the plane. And also, is it necessary for you to have a $65 million Gulfstream? Also, are there alternatives to the Gulfstream that are cheaper? Do they have certified pre-owned planes? I don't know. I'm not at that financial level yet. I'm getting there one of these days. But I don't know. People were like, oh my God, it's awful. I mean, Jesus rode on a donkey. Yeah, Jesus rode on the transportation that was available at the time. Let me just say that. I don't think any of us, other than maybe a few people I see in Compton here and there here in California where I am, are riding donkeys and horses to get around. But I also know that there are some fabulous commercial flights, charter flights, and co-ops and alternatives to a $65 million jet. So we must be financially responsible. Quite frankly, I think you're just being greedy and using the Lord as a cloak to say that you needed a jet. But God bless you and Godspeed if you should get it. And to all the people who are donating, my suggestion is that you ask, well, if I give you $300, do I get a round trip ride to a city within 45 minutes to an hour away from where we are just for fun? I would be asking that. But they did take down the GoFundMe. But I know the last time I looked, which was last week, they still had all these different ministries on the World Changers website. And so feel free to donate to whatever. You put your money wherever. One of my friends threatened to donate $1 in my name, and I told her, please don't, because I don't want people to know that I would ever associate with that. And plus, with Creflo, I've never really felt him and his ministry. I just don't. And then people try to bring up Joel Osteen. I'm just like, you leave Joel alone. Okay. We ain't never heard tell of Joel talking about he needs $65 million for a plane. And furthermore, with Joel Osteen, since people wanted to bring him up, and also they ridiculed Dave Ramsey for his $1 million home. Some of these people actually write books. They do a lot of touring. They do a lot of speaking. As someone who is a preacher's daughter, cousin, and niece, I can honestly tell you that there is nothing wrong with the man of God obtaining wealth. It's just the manner in which they do it, how they do it, and is their flock, as they are the shepherds of the church, is their flock being provided and taken care of. So long as the needs of the church is met, I don't see a problem with any pastor having a multi-million-dollar home, because let's just be real, ministers are people too, and they are human. And they have needs and wants and desires just like the rest of us. They just have more responsibility put on them because they are in a leadership position representing that of the kingdom of God. And I'm going to get off of that, the religious subject. Let's get into Money Man Damon Dash. First of all, I watched the Breakfast Club interview. The first time, I had to watch it 3 times, because the first time I watched it, my head started hurting and I got nauseous, because I was like, what is this dude on? I mean, he was just all over the place. You need to have more women around you. Don't trust men. They're chatty patties. I'm just like, and he going in on DJ Envy for working a regular job and saying everybody should be a boss. How we gonna be bosses and we need employees? I mean, who gonna do the sweat work after I've already put in all the hard work? I'm just saying, once I have established my business, what am I supposed to do, Damon Dash? I mean, I get your message. Don't get me wrong, but because you come off as a pompous ass, no one really got it. We're kind of like, what the hell are you talking about? Your argument doesn't follow logic. He doesn't want to be called a mogul. He wants to be called a tycoon. Maybe you should stick with mogul. I think that might be enterprising, even, because tycoon and coon, that's just too close together for me. And I think the Rockefellers, which is what you all modeled your record label out afterwards. He also got all up in arms when people asked him about Jay-Z, there is a video out there on YouTube, and I forget the man's name, but he was a well, what is it? He was the photographer, the person who filmed the day-to-day lives of the Rockefeller family. He basically says that I think even Jay probably got enough of Dame in his mouth, because Dame also said something crazy too. He was like, my my fist game is on point or something like that. So I started hurting people with my words instead of my fists, because, I don't have to put my hands on them. I can just check them by talking bad to them. Really? Here's my thing. In leadership, do you really want to have people that only pretend to respect you because you have intimidated them and you come off as tyrannical? Those are questions you probably should be asking. But then again, Dame, I'm not really surprised that you act this way, because I just remembered the other day that you and Stacey Dash are cousins, so it makes perfectly good sense. Y'all might be part of the new black club that Pharrell is talking about. I don't know. It's very disturbing. What else came out of this interview? Um his son owns a business and selling cookies. I'm thinking that you should eat more cookies, Damon, and calm the hell down. Because maybe being a pompous ass works for you, but you used to be worth way more than what you were. And I believe it was in 2013 that you faced a lot of financial issues, foreclosures, owing the IRS $2 million. So you're a tycoon, all right, albeit a rich broke one, because your level of being broke and owing taxes is not the level of what me, somebody on the bottom, is currently at. But that's neither here nor there. But you may want to tone down your message. I get what you're trying to say, that we all need to change our mentality. None of us, honestly, at least not creative minds, like working a 9 to 5, but we do what we got to do to keep thriving until we can get our own. And that's the whole point of you grind in your after hours. That's just what you do. So nothing wrong with pursuing your own, being your own boss, but at the end of the day, you still have to answer to somebody, because if you have a product or service that you're offering, no one is going to buy if you're not delivering what it is that you said you were going to deliver, or if they just don't like working with you, if you can be difficult. So, I mean, at the end of the day, we all have to answer to somebody, and everybody being a boss, that's not everybody's calling. Some people are meant to be followers, some are meant to be leaders. And in order to become a great leader, one must learn to follow. And you must also be humble in your walk. If the tyrannical behavior works for you, great, but I can't stand management or bosses that are like that. It's overkill for you to even do that, or even be manipulative too. Let's get on to the new black, Raven Simone. There was a Univision newscaster, we touched on this last video, that was fired for saying that Michelle Obama looked like she could be part of the cast of Planet of the Apes. Wow. So Miss Raven Simone, who I get doesn't want to be referred to as African American, she just wants to be referred to as American. I get that train of thought. I get it. I get where you're coming from, because it's true. We are one of the countries that chooses to always want to identify our people as whatever race or color they are, instead of just realizing, I mean, I was born and raised in America. I'm American. But when you look at me, some people would say I'm African American. Some people would say that I'm black. It just all depends. And in some parts of the country, I'm probably colored or Negro or worse. So, she basically was in agreement. She said we all look like animals, and I look like Toucan Sam. Really, that just shows your level of maturity, Raven. I think you should just you need to get with the people that you love dearly, which is Felicia Rashad and Debbie Allen, and let them school you on your history as a black person. Maybe you need to go see Selma, because Selma will change your perspective on a lot of things. To try and pretend that racism doesn't exist, I don't know. I'm just so disappointed. And I'm just like, you all have a responsibility. You're in a place of higher calling, and y'all just, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what they feeding you, what y'all drinking and eating out there in Hollywood. But some of y'all just need to go to college. Maybe take an African American history studies or something like that. I don't know. So when we talk about the new black, there was an article published, I believe, with Hello Beautiful, or one of the major blogs that's out there, and was saying, how we have these Hollywood entertainers like Raven Simone, Kanye West, Pharrell, even Common. You're so socially conscious. Why would you say something like what you said? Oh my God. In order for racism to go away, we all need to extend out to the people. No, we don't. You were in Selma. Did you not see what happened? Were you not in those scenes? Baby, they extended and they've pretended. We as a people have extended and pretended for an awfully long time. It's time for somebody to come crawl and meet us all. We need to all meet in the middle, and there needs to be a conversation. Honestly, it's nothing new either. It's worldwide. I just read an article today where in Brazil, skin color is an issue. And it's like, wow. So basically, Bill Dukes could go down there and do a dark girls, black girl, dark girls, light girls. Because, I mean, it don't make any sense. But either way, and you have Pharrell saying it's the new black, and I get his point. It just got lost. His point is this, is that while racism does exist, we all need to thrive or strive to be about the American dream, about getting this paper. But I think also when you say that, this is just my opinion, probably should have been some attachment of, but never forget. Never forget who you are and where you come from. That would have been, to me, a more responsible statement. But I don't know. And Kanye, no one should ever listen to Kanye. I mean, he's posting naked pictures of his wife. And the rumor mill was saying that he did it in response to Kendrick Lamar's album dropping last week, because he wanted to drown out his album sales. Honey, with talent like Kendrick Lamar's, although I personally don't care for his music like I once did for yours, he is a talented young man. A couple of his songs I do really dig. And a lot of people like him, and they're going to buy stuff. So stop. And we've all seen Kim naked, so there's nothing to the imagination anymore. We see it from the rooter to the tutor. And obviously, and then there's something wrong with that family. Because, I mean, anybody born of Kris Jenner or has messed with Kris Jenner, something happens to these people. Oh my God, Bruce is turning into a woman. Scott just checked himself into rehab again. Lamar Odom is out somewhere being a crackhead, lost his basketball career. Kanye has just gone stumping Mad Hatter crazy. I mean, he acts like he's crazier than cat shit. The things that he says and does, I mean, even Anonymous told you sit your black ass down somewhere. What else? Who else? Rob Kardashian, he just somewhere trying to sell some socks and get on his Jenny Craig or Weight Watchers, whatever it is. He just done came out and unfriended his entire family on social media. And he basically said his sister is a bitch and she's just like the character in Gone Girl. Wow. That's cold-blooded. So I don't know, but you people in this new black thing, that's great for you, but that doesn't work for me. I think some of the statements you're making are irresponsible, and you need to be a little bit more socially conscious, especially Common. I don't know. You won an Oscar, you lost your mind. I don't know. It's very disappointing, and it's very disturbing. What else? Oh, who saw the video that happened in Brooklyn, New York, in a McDonald's? It was Amelie. I cried when I saw the video. These girls, part of some street gang called Young Savages. I don't have the backstory yet as to why they would jump one girl. I don't know if they were trying to jump her in, or she was from a different set, or had disrespected them or something. But something, the savagery that I saw, said the name is appropriate, Young Savages. They beat this girl until she was unconscious and almost lifeless on this floor, and nobody did anything to intervene. People, it was like being in a, it was like being at a UFC fight. I mean, one girl, the main girl, when you see the video, she basically ends up out of her shirt, just in her bra, and she had just come from beating up her grandma and stabbing her brother. Something happened to that child, and that's really sad. I really hope that the system does something to help her. It is ridiculous that our young people act like this. I mean, and nobody did anything. And then someone was explaining to me that probably why no one really did anything is out of fear, because they think that, maybe the girls will go back and get their men, or some sort of retaliation would happen. This mentality must change. We must stop pretending and acting like snitching is so wrong. But I will say this, law enforcement does need to do a better job of protecting people once they do come forward. These real criminals are out here, and y'all just letting them run free. And these are teenage girls. That's what was most heartbreaking about it, is that these are young people who fight as though their lives depend on it. And it probably does, because I don't know. Let me stop talking about it, because I'm getting emotional. I'm about to start crying, and I want to get to some more more things. Oh, and with regards to the Raven Simone thing, I just want to give a special shout out to Rosie Perez for really just stepping up and saying, yo, racism is racism. What dude did was racist. So let's see what else is going on, because I won't want to talk about okay, so Marvin Gaye's Blurred Lines. What was it? $7.3 million verdict. The gay children should be happy with that. For real, they coming for you. They're now trying to say that happy sounds like Marvin Gaye's Ain't It Peculiar, and they're trying to go forward with that lawsuit. At first I thought they weren't. Quite frankly, I think it'll get thrown out of court. But now they want to come after T.I. but because they feel like the jury ruled wrong in saying that he didn't have to pay back any of his royalties and payments that he received. So I'm just like, I mean, I get y'all gonna scrap favorite people. What part of the rap did you write? I mean, what part of that did you write? What part of the rap did your daddy write? You know how rappers just show up in the studio, drop a couple of bars, and they out, deuces, and that's pretty much what T.I. did. And now y'all want his coins too. Oh my God, it's so disturbing how greedy people are when it comes to money. Is it really the principle, or is it the money? Because Nona, girl, I didn't know if we want to break out and rebury Marvin or something in that video you were in, girl. I said, oh Lord, I said, oh, it's gonna be some soul sinking if I were bringing, if my burglar alarm starts ringing. I'm just like, this heifer is crazy. I said, either that, maybe she trying to get on Versus and Flow. I thought about it after I did the vest. Maybe she want to be on Versus and Flow. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe she auditioning for Versus and Flow. Hell, I don't know, but it was crazy, and y'all still going after it. It's so crazy. In fact, you have now inspired Jermaine Dupri to come out and say that Sierra's new single, I Bet, sounds like Usher Raymond's You Got It Bad. Now I want y'all to go Diva Loves. Go and listen to both songs. Do they sound anything alike? No, they don't. Jermaine, you have not had a hit in God knows when, and I understand, JD, you trying to come back out on top. Janet left you for a billionaire, essentially. Nobody really liked Discipline, but I did. I thought it was a great, well-produced album. I don't know what everybody else was on. But get over it. Get over it. I think that's all I want to talk about. Oh, I'm still going to try to do a review in Empire, but I do want to touch on something. Again, seems like, oh, wait a minute. Suge Knight. That's what we need to talk about. Every video, Suge, you've been in every video, Suge. Suge Knight finally got a bail hearing and a bail set at $25 million. Is anybody going to start a GoFundMe for him? I think, nobody. Okay. Creflo Dollar asking for 65 million. What's 25 million at this point? But his craze behind it, the devil always gets his due. And when I say the devil always gets his due, God will take care of you. But you've done a lot of evil stuff. You led a grimy life. But the dramatics, they are epic. I can't wait until you get sentenced. Oh my God, can y'all imagine it? Who knows? He might pass out or start trying to take off, run around the courthouse. I don't know, but it's going to be epic. As my friend Charles pointed out, he said, I bet when this goes down, it's going to be epic. I bet it is. What I want to talk about? Empire, real quick. I'm tired of y'all coming down on Empire. What do you naysayers really want? You have original programming. It's damn good programming. It addresses a lot of issues that the black community tries to sweep up under the rug all the time. Help me help you understand. Let me put it this way. It's entertainment. And the music industry probably does go down like that. There's a lot of shady stuff that goes on down there. Then folk talking about, I don't know. Now today, some article came out talking about the cast is at each other's throat, and Lucius and Cookie running it. And in my mind, I'm thinking, well, how many of y'all got nominations for Academy Awards? I'm just saying. And then Malik Yoba got fired because he wasn't just acting when he had gotten back on that white horse. Cocaine is the white horse, right? Shit, I don't know. I'm not into drugs. But anyway, I think that is all for me tonight, because it's been a while. This video is probably too long. My friend George probably gonna go in on me, but George, I love you. I'm just giving you a shout out. So I'm just doing what I gotta do because this is fun and relaxing for me, because honey, essentially I probably work 3 jobs. Let's see. I work full-time, part-time I'm an adjunct professor, and I do stand-up comedy when and where I can. So it's exhausting. Now I'm trying to do videos, which I absolutely enjoy because I can rant and rave, and if people come and hate on it, that's fine too. Speaking of which, let me say this. I have also started a journey of trying not to complain so much, and being mindful of when I am complaining, and also to always try to be more positive about things. Let me tell y'all, it has been a struggle. There have been a couple of people here on social media that have tried it. Social media is great for connecting with friends and networking and making new friends, but social media is also a breeding ground for idiots. It really is. It's disturbing. Oh my God, the things that people just say. Like the other day, someone came on, they were talking about the history of how Nike's slogan, "Just Do It," came up, and I said, wow, they took a positive to a negative, because apparently some psychopath who was about to be, Utah used to have that death penalty where they would shoot you with a firing squad, and this was in 1977, and they asked him if he had any final words, and he said, "Just do it." And that's where it came from. And I said, wow, how great it is that they took a negative and turned it into a positive. And someone came on, called me a moron, and said that it's not, he thanks me because he now knows that he's way smarter than my dumb ass. Well, I probably said something that was totally inappropriate, but you know what? I was feeling myself at the time, and I was just like, I'm moody and probably a little hormonal. So I told him, sweetheart, based upon you just saying what you said, because you want to attack me for my personal opinion, goes to show me that your mom probably should have swallowed. And your intelligence level rises to that of the water level in an empty creek bed. Was that too far? Too far, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, that's all. I just said that to say this is that let us all be mindful of our thoughts and actions so that we can all live a very stress free life and just all try to get along. Until next time, I am Miss Sophia the Diva. You can follow me on Twitter at Sophia the Diva. You can catch me on Tumblr. You can catch me on Instagram at Miss Sophia the Diva. And you can also find me on Facebook as Miss Sophia the Diva. That's all. Keep it classy and stay fabulous, Diva loves. Diva is signing out.